breaking news, leading with unconfirmed reports of a smallpox
outbreak is a highly rehearsed scenario.
And National Guard units converging on a hospital in central
Manhattan. The bridges are closed. It's
smallpox is a very real danger.
More than a
There's not enough vaccines.
Let me stop you there. This is not a panic situation.
An entire American city was
Known as green poison, Central Park has been converted to a mass burial ground.
Power outages, gas line leaks, fires. The government.
We're expecting another night of widespread looting.
People of New York are begging.
One word.
First responders are either dead
No resources available.
or treated like animals.
It's not a job. We're not trained for it.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Daniel 12. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. For then it shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. For then it shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Hey, shalom, Makim, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashir B'Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, brother, living up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Wow, it's the spirit. The video you just saw was a video going into Jacob's trouble. As we prophesy pretty often about, because the scriptures tells us to go out and prophesy the end. Okay, so with that being said, we are set up to be a watchman and to warn the nation of Israel about the impending danger. All right, the pending issue that our people are facing today in America, which is known as being discriminated against. All right, and unlawfully killed, which this is all the plan of the Heavenly Father. But Jake is pretty much the bottom of the totem pole. Okay, the nations come here and they get rich off the backs of working class or lower class Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this has been a thing that's been done for fucking eons, man. So it's coming to a time that the Lord is getting ready to break this whole thing down. Okay, because through the Spirit, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, all hell was getting ready to break loose in Babylon. Okay, like it says the Purge 6. Now, anybody that watched the videos, most brothers are big fans of the Purge movies, because I mean they show you straightforward what America's gonna be like. Okay, so it says the Purge 6 will remap America into states based on sexuality and ideology. So this is the way they circumvent these movies, based on the political issues happening in the world. Okay, now honestly speaking, they could have ended it at Purge 5 when it was called the Forever Purge. That could have ended the whole series, because that put a cap on the destruction of Babylon. That show you what Babylon was going to be like once all hell break loose. But see, these Purge movies, they have a habit of going back and forth through time. Okay, like I believe the first purge took place like in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, but then the original purge took place like in 2025 or something. So this one may take place 2023, who knows, you know. But matter of fact, let's look into it and see what it reads, because I don't know if they have really a definitive plot, but I know some information circulating out there regarding this new Purge movie. But it says the Purge 6 will remap America into states based on ideology and sexual and religion. Okay, it says you have a black state, you have a gay state, and you have a white evangelical state. It says whether you like the Purge, the film series, or not, you can't deny that the franchise makes a powerful social commentary about violence, legislation, and lengths that modern society is willing to go to address its problems without actually fixing them. It says this is the core idea of every movie. All right. It says of every movie. And in the interview with Collider Perry Nuromoff, director and screenwriter James DeMonaco made it clear that it's about to get even more ominous. Come on, man. The fuck? Get even more ominous with the Purge 6. So meaning this is supposed to be a entry in a series that's gonna make it grim by comparison. Like I said, the last Purge, to me, the last two that came out, the one that came out in 2018 and the one that came out like in 2021, they all come out around 4th of July weekend. But honestly speaking, the first Purge and the Forever Purge, to me, that done justice in the Purge universe. I mean, that describes it all as a whole, because it showed you Jacob's trouble on both fronts. Okay, but it says during the interview, DeMonaco told Nuromoff that the Purge 6 will bring a nightmarish version of America to life. Oh, shit. And at the same time, it's a version that echoes issues that are being presented today, and absurd ideas will force to go down every time we turn on the news or go to social media, right? Because all the chaos, all the hell, I mean, it's nothing but chaos on the planet Earth. And you got Esau Edom to thank and blame for that. Okay? You gotta, he's the primary cause of all the hell, because, hey, the scriptures tells us, and we're gonna get into it. But it says, Purge 6 is my way of looking at the country. Now, I grew up watching Logan's Run and Soylent Green and John Carpenter and George Romero, whose socio-political message was within the films. And one thing you got to know about Hollywood, brothers and you few sisters, that what is that in Hollywood, they in the script, they have to pretty much tell on themselves. That's how they form their witchcraft and their enchantments. They have to put it out there so it can be broadcasted, so it can go ahead and work. You see what I'm saying? Because if not, then it'll kind of go against, I believe, like their laws or something like that. But usually the elites, they tell on themselves in the movies. So it's no different with the Purge movies. They're showing you all these particular events that's going to transpire. And all the Purge movies, all that shit is going to happen in one big event when America goes down. Okay? Because what are the chances that next year's election year, right? But it says, they were smuggling ideas into the film. So for me, it says, so for me, for 6, I was extrapolating on the Discord and taking it to its furthest as far as you can take the idea of what's going on. And I feel in the country and the political landscape. It says, and it's a broken America. We're remapping. The Purge 6 is about remapping of America based on ideology, sexuality, and religion, so that the states are broken down. You have your black state, you have your gay state, and you have your white evangelical state, and it's a really broken country. Okay? So, let's get a couple of precepts real quick, then we're going to go back to our article. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Matthew, the 12th chapter. Matthew 12, and I'm going to start at verses 25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city, a house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And that was a parable that Yahushua made to those wicked scribes and Pharisees, stating that he used demonology or demonology to cast out devils, when in fact that's the particular seances that the Roman Catholics use. Okay, they use seances of evil spirits to counsel out another evil spirit. Okay, so when you see these conjuring movies and you got the priest up in there that's praying over the victim and a demon comes out in the name of Christ, they're using a seance to counsel out another demonic possession, man. It's not that they're men or women of God. No. Okay. But it says the horrifying idea of Purge 6 is rooted in our own reality. But as the interview progressed, DeMonico went further and commented that he thinks it's strange that people like Republican politician Marjorie Taylor Greene wish modern America would be divided into groups in order to diminish dialogue and conflict. He said, what's so strange is that Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm not going to say more than her name there, recently wished for an America like that, which told me will be the most nightmarish version. It says it goes against everything that America stands for. But DeMonico explains that he grew up in New York, so the cliche of the melting pot is true, and how that I like to see our country represented by many faces of different religions and sexualities. And that's a big one. Religion and sexuality is the two biggest things here. Well, I won't say religion for real, but I guess what people believe in is their religion. Like, you know, people believe in NAMBLA or the particular alphabet communities. Those are like their religions. But it says she doesn't see it that way. So there's a part of the body politic that doesn't want that. And that's what the Purge 6 explains. The writer and director DeMonico caps it off by saying this next movie was showcase of a house divided, man. And we just read that in Matthew 12 and 26. So, hey, I want to know when this movie coming out, man. Let's see what it says. Maybe they give us a release date, because this is going to be a dope one. Looks like we're getting closer. Purge 6 is in the works. Okay, it says the script is done, despite the beliefs that Forever Purge will mark the end of the movie series, which it should have. Interview in June that he finished the script for the 6th installment months ago. Okay. Universal is scared of the Purge 6 budget. Oh wow. So basically, they don't really have a. Universal has officially greenlit the movie. Has yet to officially greenlit the movie because DeMonico wrote the script already. Good news is the movie will necessarily be delayed due to strike. It's possible the movie could come out in 2024. But if it continues to be in limbo stage, we'll be looking at 2025 if ever. Okay, so they shooting for next year. I can see it coming out next year. I mean, I can see that because the election year, and there's going to be a lot of chaos around the new election. You can bet that, as this country is already divided. All right. So it says here, if Satan casts out Satan, he's divided against himself. How then should his kingdom stand? So it's not going to stand. Okay, it's a done deal. Babylon the Great is totally destroyed. It's done. And how about Shemi Hawashai, man? He's making a move on this place, man. Okay, so let's get another precept. Yes, lovers of themselves. Perilous. 2 Timothy 3:1, it says, notice that in the last days, perilous times shall come. Perilous goes into evil. Okay, you think of the purge, that's an evil time. Okay, like when you look at the revisions they just made out in Cali, they did away with the no cash bail law. I think that basically now they can't hold you for particular quote unquote petty crimes. So a lot of people is getting ready to be released. So petty theft, like theft, vandalism, battery, all those things they're not gonna prosecute those things. Unless it's like, murder involved or something like that. But I found it funny and ironic that they will prosecute a domestic dispute, but they won't prosecute you for randomly going to crack somebody upside the head, which shows that they'll continue to try to protect these fucking beanhead women, man. It's to the point, you women, man, when the protection leaves you, you're done. Because really, they protect you because they know that you are the biggest consumers, and a woman is a big token to this economy thriving, man, because women spend the most money. Women spend money that they don't even have. And when you look up the statistics, majority of women make up student loan debts and credit card debts. So they need you, so they got to protect you. But it says, for men should be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, man. This is the times we're living in, As the brothers put emphasis on, man, it's going to get worse. Okay, you could see that the moral decay of Babylon is it's to the point the moral is non-existent anymore. Okay, the people don't have manners anymore. People don't have any type of nurturing spirit. Everybody's all narcissistic. They think you own something. This is crazy, man. Okay, people are literally going off the sauce and literal sauce. And me and the brothers were speaking about it, you know, a couple of days ago, how that since the whole 2020 thing began and people started took the 3-pointer and stuff like that, you could see people's mindset is literally just gone. People ain't even there no more. They're not even present. It's like there's something else. And just being around the people. These people are literally deteriorating, man. It's like, who the fuck are we? Like, where the fuck are we at? Okay, there's no connection. Everybody's fucking on edge. Everybody's pissed off. You know, I was in a store. I went to Burlington yesterday just to kind of, you know, look around, kill some time and stuff. And it was a young lady that was in front of me in the line. Young lady, right? And, you know, of course, she's dressed like a harlot. But she couldn't be no more than, I say, 18, 19, maybe 20. Young, 21 at the most. And she had this real, just disdain look on her face. Just like she just didn't know if she was coming or going. And back in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck you got to be this unhappy about? You know what I'm saying? And then she called her boyfriend to the front of the line with her. And dude just looked like a total degenerate. Like he's just straight up, they just druggies, man. You see what I'm saying? And that guy, man, he just don't know what the hell. He don't know his ass from a hole in the wall. Because I'm a people watcher. I sit back and I peep people. You know, because sometimes like I go up and I say certain shit to people to see where their mind is at. And I was going to say something to her, but the spirit like, nah, don't say nothing to her, bro. Because it ain't even worth it. And I was just going to like fuck with her head a little bit. Because like I said, I like to study people to see where their minds are at. Because this world is all fucked up. But when you look at these people's faces, they don't know what the fuck. They're just lost. They're just like, man, any day now, they just waiting to give it up. That's what happens when you put your faith in a system like this. But it says without natural affection, right? These people don't have natural affection, man. And somebody can call you the lowest piece of degeneracy in the world, but then next week they asking for a handout. Like, dude, did you not realize what you just said, how you was behaving? You know, all the disrespectful things you done, and now you got the audacity to think I owe you something? Like, people don't reflect, man. You know, and that comes from being blown up in a narcissistic world that teaches you to indulge in whatever you want to indulge in. It's all about you. America pushes self-worship, and that's what narcissism comes from. That's why it says without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power. From such turn away, man. And hey, brothers, we're blessed, man, because we're the ones that's actually operating on a higher frequency than all these people in this place. You see? Yeah, we have our moments that we're being brought down by the bullshit and, you know, in your spirit, you just ain't feeling it today. Yeah, we have a lot of moments like that. But overall, we have insight. We know what it is. We have an advantage over these people. That's why when all hell break loose, these people, we going to be straight, man, because we going to have an idea. Like when the EMP hits and the blackouts come and the riots come, off the rip, you're going to know in your mindset, okay, it's crunch time. It's time to go off pure faith. We know these things. The world doesn't know it because they're expecting things to get better. Okay, that's why this is the book of Ezekiel 7. And it's going to you, Jakes, man. 7:1, it says, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus says the Lord Yahweh unto the land of Israel, an end, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and recompense upon thee all thy abominations. And that abomination here, the biggest one is idolatry, man. Like I was reading Baruch, the 6th chapter yesterday, and basically Baruch was cursing out Jake, okay, in Babylon, because he was telling them not to believe in the idols, because the fact that people can put so much worship into idols, into dumb idols that don't profit anything. He says, why would man think that something that can't protect itself or that can't give you rain in due season is a god? You know, like a vehicle, like a car it's there for you to drive it. The vehicle ain't gonna move unless you move it. But you got people that worship objects, man, statues, okay, people, chairs, when everything have a purpose. Like a car is not to be worshipped. A car is there to get you from point A to point Z. You see what I'm saying? It's not to worship. And people, I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking cars. I love cars. You know what I'm saying? You can take pride in what you possess. You take care of it, you know, and do what you got to do to make it run better. But, you know, you got guys that's into what they into. Certain people worship that. Certain people worship phallics. Certain people worship this and this and this and that. You see what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of mechanics, a lot of guys that drag race cars, you know, which is nothing wrong with that. But you go to their house, they got NASCAR all over the place. That's like almost an idol one to them. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with having pictures of cars in your house, but these people worship them, man. You see what I'm saying? Like in the apartments, like people put pictures up of like we got the truth art, you got the name of the Lord on the wall. Like if I put folly up on the wall, then I try to at least balance it out with something spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like certain brothers, they got like basement layouts, and then they may have like a movie theater set and like posters and stuff. It's nothing wrong with that, you know, because it's just a layout for the home. But you got people that go as far as worshiping idols, man. And that's the big abomination here. That's why the Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. Okay? And it says here, and my eyes shall not spare thee, neither shall I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways. And upon thee and thy abominations should be in the midst of thee, and ye should know that I am the Lord, man. So the plagues are coming. The plagues are here. Okay? Just a matter of time before the Lord allows them to shut this fucking place down. And a lot of you Israelites are going to be totally left out there because, like, literally, the people I work with, these people are lost in the sauce, man. It's just like, wow, you people are that stupid. And it's always Jake. Jake is always the last one to be informed. And you have no excuse because the prophets are coming out of your own nation, warning you. If anything, Jake's supposed to be up on business. You're supposed to be on game. You're supposed to have insight to this before the Edomites do to a certain degree. Because we're giving you the information. You know, but it says, thus says the Lord Yahweh, and evil and only evil is, behold, is become. Okay, so yeah, man, the purge is gonna be crazy, man. All right, wow, yeah. So it's gonna be a crazy time, man. You know, but it reads. It says, the end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. But the morning is coming to thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. But the time is come, and the day of trouble, Jacob's trouble, is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now I will surely pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all their abominations. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee, and you should know that I am the Lord. You see? So, hey, how about Shem Hawashai? It's getting ready to make us move, man. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat that, but we got to continue to repeat it because it says here, you should know that I am the Lord that smiteth. But behold, the day, behold, it is come, and the morning is going forth, and the rod had blossomed, and pride had budded. This is a very proud kingdom. Violence is risen up into the rod of wickedness, and none of them shall remain, nor their multitude, nor any of theirs, neither shall there be dwelling for them. But the time is come, and the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller should not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. And for the vision is touching the whole multitude, therefore, which should not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life, man. So, hey, man, Yahweh Shem Hawashai Barakatah, man. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within, and he that is in the field shall die of the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them should escape, and should be on the mountains like doves of the valley, all of them mourning, every one in their iniquity. And all hands should be as feeble, and all knees should be as weak of waters. And they shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame should be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. And they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's and wrath of the Lord. And they shall not satisfy their souls, nor fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity, man. So, hey, this thing is coming. It's literally here. Just a matter of time. But anyway, with that, I'm going to close out, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and Abba Shalom.